Hey, how about a quick update on the 2011 Ford F350? Let's see, what have we done to the truck this year in between plowing season? It was completely undercoated with oil. What else have I done? We replaced, the radiator had a leak. We couldn't find it. We did finally find it when we took the radiator out. It was causing some problems with the engine not being able to make enough pressure on the radiator because it didn't, it just couldn't pressurize. Now it's working fine, heating well, all that good stuff. There's bird poop all over it. It sat outside for a day. So it's inside for, let me just explain. Of course, we do a lot of snow plowing, and I take care of my vehicles a little different than a lot of people with snow plowing. They are going to rust out. They are going to rust. They are going to deteriorate right along. This is a 2011. It's got around 80,000 miles on it. It's been originally a plow truck right from the day the guy bought it until I bought it from him. And so one thing I do is I will paint the bed every couple of years or every year if it needs it. The theory behind this is with me and it has worked in the past on our other trucks. So if you paint the dump body, undercoat the bottom with oil, try to take care of it, you're going to slow down the rust on it, plus the decks. So the decks are pretty thin. They're probably, I don't know, they're probably 10 gauge deck on the bed deck. So if you leave water and salt and everything on it and dirt in the corners, it's going to rust. It's going to rust out and make holes. And then your bed starts falling apart, and then everything else starts falling apart. So right here, there was a bubble, and I ground it down and found a hole. And I think you can probably see a video 2 or 3 back where I fixed that. I also fixed one back here on this corner last year and did another one farther back. So I'm replacing it, taking out the bad stuff, putting new metal into it, and moving forward. But yeah, so that's what I do. Also replaced the plug-in for the trailer. It was in kind of crappy condition, and the cover was gone off it, so it was like that when I bought it. So I also added backup lights. All of my trucks have these extra. As you can see, I just finished it, and I got to get under there, and I got to zip tie those up back into their holders. But they're extra backup lights. Now my sander has backup lights on it. Work lights, backup lights, whatever you want to call it. And then I also put these out here. So one thing these do is it shines on the ground behind me, and I can see the pattern of what's coming out of the sander, whether I need to bump it up or thin it down or turn the speed down on it, so I'm not putting too much sander salt down, or I need to bump it up when I need to because of conditions. But those work really good because the stock backup lights do not give you any backup. They're kind of useless. They're there because they are required to be there, and that's about it. So what else did we done on the inside? I added a couple seat covers, just cheap, universal. These are Dickies. Yeah, Dickies. They were like 47 bucks. And if they get dirty or they get crappy looking, you take them out, try to clean them up, but if you can't, put a new set on them. And sometimes they get dirty when you're in and out of the trucks when you're moving around, and you're greasy if you've been doing that kind of stuff, which we do a lot of. So the last thing this truck is going to do before it gets the sander is I will go through it and grease the whole truck again. I just serviced it probably 4 or 5 weeks ago, but I will go back through and I will just touch up all the grease fittings one more time. And then this truck will get probably less than 3,000 miles for the winter. Primarily it does the sanding. It does have a blade. I do push snow with it when I'm out doing other stuff and need to scrape up and clean up. So its blade is in the wash bay here in the back, right there. And that this blade, and yeah, everything's dirty still. We're still trying to clean up from the summer. So this is the 2018 blade. So I took the stainless steel off, which means you can see the new stainless steel bolts on the top. You take that top safety piece on that holds the rubber flap on. And it also holds the stainless steel in place. So you take those out and the stainless steel will come out. So ground down, wire brush, sanded, I put 2 coats of rust killer on it, and then put 2 coats of enamel paint, like the tractor, farming tractor kind of paint, industrial paint. So it's got 2 coats of that, has new cutting edges on it, and that will be the primary blade on this truck. The other new blade that was bought in 2020, so that other one's going to be 3 years old. That goes on the other truck that's outside, the 09. And my third blade, my son's going to use on his truck this year. He's got some plowing accounts that he has, and he will be using that other blade. So there we are. That's a quick date update on this. Look at that, almost 6 minutes again. We're headed for 6 minutes. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for all the new subscribers. Love the comments. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Like to see if I could get to that 1,000. So maybe we could do a couple live streams here and there. Especially maybe during a snowstorm or something when we're out plowing, and I don't know. I've seen some of the guys do it. We're kind of a 2-man show here, sometimes 3, and handling over 60 accounts. So yeah, so sometimes there's not always the time. There's not always the time to video, but I will try to do my best. I just took the the tailgate off it today, so I could get this done. Sand roll on it in the next couple days. Once that bed's dry, I'll wire it in. I'll also grease it after I go through, dump the body, grease that, and check the airbags on the rear to make sure that the lines are all good. So if I need the air shocks on it, they work. Okay, we'll see you soon. See you on the next video. Get out there and do something.